On Bounce, the author of a new book, One Happy Divorce, says divorce is tough, but it does not have to be miserable. Jennifer Weintraub serving up a trifecta of funny, insightful, and heartfelt, I should say, anecdotes in the book. So welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you say this book evolved from your relationship blog. Talk about that.
Oh, the Truth Hermits. Awesome. I get to talk about that, too. I'm excited. Well, I started writing this blog when I got separated about 4 years ago. And, you know, it was cathartic and it was easy to do. And then I got this idea that I was going to write a book.
Yeah.
It sounds really easy, but it wasn't.
Right.
And that's where it came from. So one to the other.
So what are some of the stories you share in this book?
Well, I do all kinds of, you know, it goes through each step of divorce.
Okay.
So basically I'm hoping that people will be able to do, you know, like start of the separation, and then I talk about nesting and co-parenting. And the good news is that I have a great relationship with my ex. So that's, I think, what's most important. And I'm hoping that people will be able to pick it up in every, you know, point of their divorce and use it.
And be able to relate to it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite chapter? Do you have a favorite chapter?
Oh, God, let me think. Well, I like the nesting chapter.
Okay.
Because I think that people aren't really aware of what nesting is. And I think that I can share that with people. It's when, you know, the kids stay in the big house and the parents move in and out, which is kind of really cool because it gets the kids ready for the separation and then ready to be apart from their parents. So my ex-husband and I did that.
Okay.
And we did it for 6 months, and it's hard. You have to be completely selfless.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
I mean, I imagine because normally what you see is the kids shuffling back and forth between.
And
so
it's hard.
wow, that's interesting.
And it's also cool because you get to, well, it's not cool, but you see how your kids feel. You know, you're in your kids' shoes, and you see how they feel going back and forth, and it's very, you know, it's eye-opening.
Yeah. What was the toughest chapter to write?
Wow. The toughest chapter, probably for me, I wrote a chapter about selling my engagement ring. And I didn't think it was going to be that, you know, and it's funny, I remember sitting in my car and thinking about, you know, having to sell it. And I texted my ex and I said, Mark, you know, I'm going to sell the engagement. He said, no. He said, don't sell it. You know what? Keep it, or, you know, if you do, use it for something for the kids. Use it. And we're such good friends now that it was really emotional for me. Yeah, it was emotional.
And speaking of your relationship with your ex, you're saying that you have a good relationship with your ex now. I imagine it took time to get there.
It did, but you know what? Here's the deal. This is why I wrote this book. It took time, but it was quick to make the decision. We made the conscious decision to put our egos aside and our kids first. Our kids first. And I think that's why it's so important.
Yeah.
We just did it and said, look, we're going to do this right. We're going to do divorce right. And that's why I wrote this book.
And speaking of doing divorce right, you say there is such a thing as a good divorce.
Yeah.
How so? Because I think there are people at home that are like, huh?
Oh, no, read it. I think it's funny. You know, just like a good marriage takes effort, so does a good divorce. And it's not easy. Oh, my God. I mean, you know, I never thought I'd be divorced. But the reality is divorce is happening a lot. And I think we need to realize that. And this book, I'm hoping, is going to open people's eyes to the fact that you can have a good divorce. It doesn't have to be a disaster. It doesn't. You can do it.
How did it affect your children?
Oh, well, it's funny. They are, you know, they're 13 and 15, and I think that sometimes they look at us and they're like, well, you get along so well, why aren't you married? Right. And my answer is, we had to kind of get divorced to be this happy, because when we were married, we weren't. So it's funny that you say that. I love, that's a good point, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you open to finding love again?
You know what? I am in love.
I was about to say, there's a little something behind that answer. Okay, so you have found it.
It took a long time.
Okay.
It took a lot of mistakes, and I wrote them in the book.
Okay, so you touch on that.
Oh, and that's my next book, too. My next book.
Okay, you got to keep writing about it.
Yeah.
You know, you're giving me like Carrie Bradshaw vibes from Sex and the City, if there are any Sex and the City fans out there.
Thank you.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm happily married, but you piqued my interest. I kind of want to read this.
I swear, if you read it, you'll never get divorced. Never. You'll never get divorced.
Well, I told my husband we're in it to win it.
That's right.
You mad?
That's right.
Do you need to go down the hall to the guest bedroom? Because that's where we live.
I'm telling you,
that's what we're doing. I mean, for us, I know it's different, and you know, for everybody, but for us,
the grass isn't always greener. People think like divorce is like, oh, you're swinging from the rafters, and you're no,
it's not.
It's tough. It's tough.
Huh. Takes work just like anything
That's
else.
right.
What can you tell us about the TV show being written based on your life?
Oh, I don't know yet. You know, it's
Okay.
funny. I wrote a sitcom, a TV pilot, and
Okay.
so far nothing. We're shopping
All right.
it, but hopefully the book,
Okay.
we'll push it.
All right, don't get too big time for us.
No, I would
If someone
never.
picks it up, you come back. We know,
Yes,
you know,
please.
we know your publicist,
Yeah, she's
excuse me,
awesome.
Arden, who comes on WBTV
Yes, yes,
News
yes,
at noon with Arden's
I
book
got lucky
club.
with her,
So
yeah.
don't
I'll be back.
Don't get big time on us and
won't.
act brand new.
I promise.
Okay,
Can you
all
have me
right.
back? You'll have me
Because
back.
we're gonna want
Please.
you to come back. I
I
say
would
this
love
with
to.
love.
Oh, I
We're
would
gonna
love
want you to
to.
come
Thank
back.
you, thank
All right, One Happy Divorce available now on Amazon, $12.95 for the paperback. For more information, hit us up on WBTV.com. Look in the web extras section. It is right there on the home page. Jennifer Weintraub, thank you,
Thank you.
for your time
No,
tonight
thank
and
you. I
your
appreciate
candor.
it. Oh,
We
you're
appreciate
awesome.
it.
Thank you. This is fun.
Stay with us. We've got more coming up after the break.